Hey, kids. Alright. I do have to come up with a morning stretch routine. I think I'm getting to that age where a lot of generalized, um, you know, a lot of little bits of exercise a day are probably better than my usual thing of like, alright, let's just like go absolutely mad for 2 hours. I think that puts a lot of undue stress on my body, which, you know, I don't want to just drop dead. Alright, The Adventures of Willie Beamish. I almost called him Silly Penis again. I do remember, like, it's been a long time since I've played Beamish, because it does work on the Scum engine, but it's not generally in that pile of, like, LucasArts games that I think of a lot. But, I mean, it's a point and click. Like, if nothing else, at least mechanically, it'll be sound. Thank you, Amielophysis. Willie! Sound Blaster. What's that for? I think it works on the fucking Scum engine. God, I can't remember. I mean, whether or not it was built on the engine, it works on like the Scum VM fucking thingamajig. Nearly certain it's in there. You are now entering the Jeff Tunnel. It's obviously less impressive these days, but back when, like... This is going fast. I mean, it does look like it. I think they're just fucking with me with the goddamn credits, you know? Like, this was like a Saturday morning cartoon when you were a little kid, you know? Back when getting a CD-ROM drive for the computer was a big deal, you're like, oh, sound card. Yeah, hey kids. You know, the animation obviously is just fucking crazy. Yeah. I always feel like whenever I see the word Yowie written down, I feel like it should be pronounced the way Goofy would scream when falling into, like, a pit. Same volume, too. I think that's just necessary. I was gonna say I don't remember it being this obnoxious, but it's the 90s. Yeah, I know, Bray Wyatt fucking went right after goddamn... Funk was like, alright, you know. Funk wasn't a tragedy. Funk had a great innings. You know, an insane innings. Like, again, that man's first retirement was the year I was born. And, you know, he had one of those lives where, like, he's like the anti-Hulk. You know, he gave so much back. So much. And he was really smart when it came to, like, oh, yeah. Like, he was watching Japanese women wrestle back when it was just like, oh, who cares what women do, just in general, you know? And he was looking at him going, no, they're doing shit. Which is very impressive. Oh, what it's like trying to get an erection at the age of 50. I forgot the fucking frog was called Horny. But yeah, like fucking, it's not sad when someone dies at the age of 80. You know, like it just isn't. There's a certain, you know, you're gonna die. There's a certain age where it's just like, all right, you know, this is gonna happen. You know, Wyatt, that's fucked. That boy is 2 years younger than me. Villain face. Smug hero face. Alright, I was alive in the 90s, and at no point did they ever...
What did I just say?
He was dreaming.
Oh no, the old room caught me. Better think of something fast.
That's a terrible, like, that's not, this isn't helping, Willie. Like, all of these.
I've got something stuck in my ear. Could you repeat that? I said, it's a beautiful sunny day. Your friends are outdoors having fun. The birds are singing and your report cards are in today's...
Oh, was he 36? I thought he was 38. Fuck, that's even worse. Like, it was like the other day when I was watching some, more weird old pro wrestling shit, and they were talking about, like, Rick Rude, and he just dropped dead at 40. And then I, like, look up and see the big calendar that says you're 40, and it's like, ugh. I mean, granted, I didn't put my heart through a fucking spin cycle of 1980s steroids, but still. Wyatt's another one of those, like, fucking guys that was really let down by just the fucking, degenerative senility of Vince McMahon just not being able to carry anything to a meaningful conclusion. I remember when he first showed up thinking, going, alright, this is like the passing of the fucking, lantern to, like, the next Undertaker. Gonna have, like, a spooky guy that'll last for a while. That'll be good. But they just kept having him do shit and then having him fail. Like, the thing about Undertaker and why it worked was because he fucking won a lot, I mean, if he should have beat John Cena. And I feel like they were getting there, but then Cena got, like, injured. Should have beat John Cena and just had, like, John Cena in some weird fucking sheep mask for ages.
Oh, that was just my frog, Horny.
Horny.
What did you call me? It's my frog. Yeah, he needs to stretch his legs. He's real cute. Want to see him? No, I don't. Pets are not allowed at Carbuncle School.
I mean, yeah, you shouldn't just be bringing animals into class.
Get that slimy creature away from me! Oh my, I think it has teeth! Oh god, it's coming near me! Get it away! Mr. Frick! Mr. Frick! Help!
Horny, no! This is a not-so-subtle metaphor about, like, the trouble that horny can get you in. Particularly in a classroom.
Well, if it isn't Willie Beamish, you little monster. Long time no see.
Long time no hair.
What are you here for this time, Beamish?
Just had to say adios before I blow out of here for the summer.
You're not going
The thing about all of these kids is, like, these days, a brat like that would probably be a successful streamer. Back in the 90s, nothing. You're not going anywhere.
Chill out.
Gotta lay into the hair jokes.
Hair today, gone
If you
tomorrow.
just shave your head, it's fine. If you keep the little horseshoe, weird life choice.
It's time you learned a lesson you'll never forget.
Also, you can't react to child insults. Doesn't matter what they are. You just kind of look at them and laugh. It's like, man, whatever, you're a kid.
Carbuncle School. Yes, I would send him off to military school at once.
Oh, yeah, no, like,
Follow a world of good.
Willie Beamish is one of the, like, to put it under some sort of more, harsh critical microscope, we sort of examine, like, does the gameplay hold up? How well are the puzzles designed? I don't know how well it's going to come out. But the fact of the matter is, back in the day, this was, one of the great fucking point and clicks, because completely animated, some effort went into it. I'm bald now. Oh, did I just game over myself with dialogue choices? I did too. Look at that. Meaningful fucking dialogue choices. Game focus off. Alright. I mean, look, that's a keeper. We knew going into this. I'm not getting rid of fucking Adventures of Willie Beamish. Adventure Writer. That I'm just getting rid of. I need to get out of the adventure hole. I'm gonna be in here for fucking ever. Aegis, Guardian of the... I think I'm out of the adventure hole. I did it! Dream and achieve. Ah, fuck me. It's a goddamn thing. Alright, may as well have a look at this one. The teacher from The Incredibles is the coach in the Twin Peaks pilot. No, I didn't notice that. No, I like to, it's so funny that, like, Homaster became such a thing. Just fucking imagine asking, like, fucking, wait, what? Oh, okay. I thought I'd clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, this is an options thing. That's cool. You know, look at that. That's... Okay, begin new battle. I mean, it's still gonna be like, you know, a thing that I'm not all that interested in, but... I can finally retake the Falklands. Alright. Okay, here's the thing about having not that many colors to choose from. The second this popped up for like a fraction of a second, I thought this guy was naked. Okay, big red button. Okay. Oh, it is one of these. Back to reality. Oh, that's quit. How do I go back to... No, I wanted to go back to the mission. I don't want to restart. Maybe I click this. Credits, load, screen fades, animation, warbook, level, beginner, things over here. Alright. I think that's another one in the category of a game that I think is probably a solid example of type, but it's a type I'm not interested in. You know, I don't... Guardian of the Fleet. Aegis Reflector. Oh. Alright, no, Look, Launchbox, I don't think this is 3D boxing. Aeronautics! Going off on Wally still makes me giggle. I don't even remember that. Like, it's so, like, because, you know, all of these are things where it was just like, you know, days that blur together for me. Alright, well, thanks Aeronautics for making this even simpler than it was going to be. Beep! Goodbye! What? You know, this is a real out of the frying pan into the fire situation, because I got out of the adventure hole and was immediately in the aeronautics hole. And that's a worse hole. That's objectively worse. If someone said you can go sit and play adventure-based games, or you can play aeronautics-based games, there's a clear and obvious fucking choice. Huh. I thought it was embedded as an EM, so I wonder if embedded is a separate thing that's specific to, like, storms and shit. A meteorological term. Ah! Alright. I'm now legally able to fly. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Beep. Alright, city's comments. I think I vaguely remember now. It is fun just dogpiling someone for no reason whatsoever. It's the Millhouse cruelty principle. Like, there's a certain point where cruelty so undeserved becomes, like, naturally absurd by itself, and therefore funny. And it's why, you know, being so mean to Millhouse. And there are some episodes where he's, like, a piece of shit, like the one where they get trapped on the island, but also that's barely canon to begin with. Ooh. Ah! Now, look, honestly, why is that guy wearing pants? We all know he wouldn't be wearing pants. Wouldn't have died if he was fucking naked. You know. Would have been all too scared of his fucking monstrous hog. I figure there's got to be something to add genitals to Doom, but like, it's a fine line for me because I feel like this monsters should have swing and dong, but like, if I go down that pathway, I know that like the first thing I find is gonna be some weird goddamn thing that turns them all into like futa anime girls or some shit, and I don't want that. You know, I don't want some whole weird fuck-based Doom thing. I just think they should be naked. You know. Beliebo. Ah, okay. Well, I'm human, so... yeah, sure. Oh, okay, right. Agility, Constitution, I suppose I should be pretty buff. Look, can I just go done? D for done? God damn it. Whatever, look, okay, I'm just gonna make myself super durable, and, I don't know, let's crank the old brain up there as well. Fucking fine. Hey, I just want to see what the gameplay... oh, bitch hole. Karate! I just want to go play the game. I don't want to fill out an employment form. Da 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 da. Oh yeah, fucking swell 80s mustache. What's going on? Why am I doing this again? Oh, fuck you. That is just like, I fucking hate those forms, man. You know, I'm gonna look at some of the pictures of this. I'm gonna see if I can fucking... where are we? Alright, view images full screen. Let's just try and see what the game was like. Oh, alright. Yeah, that's getting deleted. I mean, you know, good for them, but... Delete. I mean, this looks very interesting, but also like it might be in some form of foreign, which I'm just not sure about. The karate thing comes from, it's a mixture of two things. So, part of it comes from the bit in the Weird Al movie, UHF, or the Vidiot in, like, PAL territories for some reason, which is fucking baffling, because Australia had, like, you know, UHF channels. Like, I don't know why they felt the need to fucking change it. But, anyway, there's, like, a karate school that's above him, in... I think his house or something. I can't remember exactly the layout. But there's a moment at the end of that where like one of the villains is opening a door and the door is labeled supplies, and he just opens the door and the karate instructor just goes supplies, and then a guy just fly kicks him in the face. And that kind of got morphed with something like, I was at my cousin's house and he had his younger brother was like 4 years younger than him. So at the time he was quite young and he had a friend over. And so my younger cousin's friend was just like one of those weird kids, you know? And just at one point, like, him and my cousin were arguing over something and he just like shouts karate and like kind of starts slapping him. Just on the shoulder. Just one of those like Wussy Whirlwind kind of attack things. And it wasn't like, it was just karate, like it wasn't anything interesting to it. But that kind of has been stuck in my head for like decades. And that sort of blurred with, like, the supplies line. There are a few things like that just, you know... something falls into a gap in your brain when, you know, you're like 12 or some shit. And then it'll... come on. What was that? Molov... Vaser 1.2 card. Ah, there is an English. Great. Evan, I spoke about Bray a little earlier. I mean, you know, most of what I got to say about it is that's a bummer, and every time I think about it, I just think about, like, staggeringly wasted over and over and over again. Like, he didn't even have to be that good in the ring for the fucking thing that he was doing, you know?
Liberation! More my murder update! Who wants to buy my newspapers?
Where still has Paperboys? I don't think even Paris still has Paperboys. Maybe I'm wrong, but, like... I mean, cool, but, like... Like, was there something no, I don't... Was there something, like, I missed? Because... Like like an element that tells me why I'm even here, or why I exist? Francais? I didn't push anything. Oh, wait, no, I think I did. No, I'm not really a D&D. I don't like using my imagination, like, for games, because my imagination is on all the time and won't shut up. So I like video games because it lets me have something to focus on that can eat all that stray brain energy. I'm going to keep that. I feel like I should fiddle with that a little bit later. That's a quietly enjoy it to myself game. It seems interesting. Not do it in front of you. Unless, I don't know. I wonder if those are related. Like, Triple H's NXT, the black and gold, like, when it was solid, before they tried to put it up against fucking AEW, was some of the best wrestling, because it was, you'd get noobs, but you'd get to see them grow and develop. They'd pull in, like, great talents from indies and, you know, like New Japan. And because they filmed 4 episodes in a single chunk, they had to have consistency. And so stuff would go places. Things would pay off. It wouldn't just be stuff happening and then it just vanishes because Vince is fucking senile. And he was never a great storyteller to begin with. Like, most of the things Vince has fucking succeeded. Infogrames. I bet this is related. I have to look that up later in my own time. You know, just fucking... Like, even the incredibly absurdly divorced from reality documentary about the Monday Night Wars, they're like, we had to fucking convince Vince to let us be DX, to let us, like, adapt and, you know, do something different. Well, that's Afghanistan, alright. You know, like, there's no point getting involved. Like, again, like, it's what drove me away from watching it. There's no point getting involved. There's no point getting into anything. African adventure. Get book. Open book. Read book. That's amazing. Alright, hang on a second. We're going to go down to some of these fucking images. Because... why are we not... Because look at some of those fucking... Yeah, look at read book. Huh? Well, fuck you too. The person in the fucking demo video is getting angry at the game. I'm gonna call a fucking... I don't think I'm gonna fare better. Livingston? Boop. Gone. Yeah, like, it's a bummer, like, you know, like, the fact that he managed to come back every time and be, you know, interesting and get people, nope. I'm not playing a game where I'm like a bunch of little brown fucking dots, goddamn, fucking, I think both the guys look sad. I don't want to be here. African Raiders. Alright, this looks like it could almost be something. Is it a driving game? Yeah, like, you know, it's just... Is it supposed to look like this? The other thing looked different. Maybe this is another one of those ones where there's, like, a version from, like, fucking 1987 and then a version from, like, 1993. Launch with... Yeah, alright, hang on. View-related games? No. Alright. So why am I getting, like, fucking African Raiders from... What is my thing? Vince is an idiot. Like, he's one of those guys where all of his successes are mostly flukes that happened around him. You know, like, he didn't win the Monday Night Wars. WCW fucking threw it away. Don't fucking care. Not worth it. You know, he didn't build $1 billion company off of a good TV product. TV collapsed around him. You know, like, something I'll always go on about is shows like Arrested Development, Scrubs, they were getting threatened with cancellation for having 4 million viewers. You know, back when they were on TV, 4 million viewers was seen as the absolute fucking dregs of ratings, right? 4 million viewers a fucking episode. These days, 1 million viewers is like, good job, champ. And that's what happened with the WWE, is they, after the fucking, you know, they won the fucking Monday Night War, they herniated viewers. They went from, like, you know, millions, and they really should have, you know, you'd think that if they were doing well, they'd have picked up some of the, at least some of the fucking leftover WCW viewers. They should have gone up, or at least stayed a bit more stable. And, you know, fucking plummeted. But because it's, like, sort of a live sport, people watch it live, and that means they're exposed to advertising. And so, as TV collapsed around them, having basically, you know, between 1 and 2 million, you know, they, like SmackDown these days, Raw, usually get around 2.5 million viewers, you know, who'll watch, you know, the show, makes them incredibly valuable. And that wasn't some brilliant decision, you know, on Vince's part. That wasn't excellent business strategy. It was just dumb fucking luck. And that's been his career, his entire fucking life. It's just, you know, dumb fucking luck. Like, he didn't build WWE. He paid the fucking, you know... His dad's business. It's like he bought it for $1 million. He paid the loan off. Ugh. With some fucking... Yeah, and the thing is, you can tell Vince is an idiot, because every time he does something by himself, it's terrible. Like, you go look at what happened to NXT after he took it over. God-awful. Herniated viewers. Terrible piece of shit. Went from probably the best wrestling show on TV to the worst. And again, every time he panics, he what does he do? He finds some giant lummox who can't wrestle and ignores the fans screaming to, you know, want to celebrate someone... You know, who's like, I don't know, not 6'5"? Rev. Alright, that's that. Pushing all the buttons, hoping for something. You know, the viewers will invariably reject the big, immobile lummox, because it's boring to watch a bodybuilder who can't wrestle try to wrestle. Chad Gable's one that's gonna burn my fucking brain for the most of my life. That guy is Kurt Angle 2.0, and instead he called him Shorty G. I wonder what the DOS version of Afterburner's like. I don't think I've ever played it. DOS ports were a mixed bag, because sometimes you'd get almost arcade perfect, and other times you'd get, like, an abomination. Well, VGA for the Gabester. Oh yeah, Vince is also a lunatic. Like, I'm in the category, though, that's kind of like I do have a lot of empathy for him because his childhood was insane. And this is not a great. Yeah, see, the problem is, you know, it's just not smooth. Not the best version of it, sadly. And I mean, again, this is one of those situations where it's like, I can play Arcade Perfect Afterburner because I have Arcade Afterburner. It will, if you can run Afterburner on the fucking DOSBox Pure, you can run Afterburner on like fucking Final Burn Alpha or MAME. MAME might be a bit of a struggle depending on what kind of weird platform you're using, but at least Final Burn Alpha. Bam. I don't need, like, the shitty version of a game I have in 40 other fucking, you know. I want to see some of these images. I just... Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do have to stop and appreciate the box art occasionally. Oh, no, like, you know, again, Bron Breaker's there, but also... So what? Like, he has fired and rehired incredibly talented people, which is unbelievably stupid. Like, part of the job of what they do is supposed to identify talent and lift it up and enhance it. Instead, he'll give them retarded gimmicks that go fucking nowhere, wonder why they're not, you know, connecting with the fans, fire them, watch that person go away, become huge somewhere else, and then have to rehire them for more fucking money. Like, if someone sat down and explained that as a business, you know, methodology to you, you'd go, well, that sounds fucking stupid. He's terrible at his job, but just circumstances of batshit insane luck protect him from that. Yeah, see, like, the thing about, like, you know, the WWE is, like, you know, it was like watching the start, like the whole Bloodline thing at the start of the year, where they were getting all of this traction off of a heel Roman Reigns and a massive face Sami Zayn. Things that fans were saying that they should do back in 2014. You know? And they're fucking that up, too. I mean, that's... Quepot, Queries, Kaga? Alright? Play. Zone 1. Alright, I got space. Alright, I got duck. How do I unduck? Oh. Okay, that's weird. A is down, Q is up. Now, can I find out? Oh, I got big kick. Okay, Alt is kick. What's forward? Like, could not arrows just be forward? Like, lots of things came with a fucking forward, like, arrow keys, you know? Whatever. This toss is salad. Fucking box art. Alright, hang on. Where are we? After the war, no more. Oh, this rings a bell. Oh, this is the one where you have to manage, like, this is a management thing where you manage, like, a city, but it's, like, The afterlife. I tried the numpad hit and run. I tried. Like, I try like, I push all, like, you know, like, you can probably hear me going, mashing the goddamn buttons, like. Every now and then, for some weird reason, I think it might be because the keyboard's having to operate through, like, the conceptual keyboard that this thing would have been dealing with. And back then, you just weren't allowed to push certain combinations of buttons. Like, I had X-Men Children of the Atom on CD-ROM and had to play it with a fucking keyboard, which it turns out was a hitbox. So I had, like, the arrow keys as the directions, and, like, QWE as punches, ASD as kicks, right? Now, that's fine, except for some reason you weren't able to push QWE at the same time. The computer would just beep. It was like, no, you're not allowed to have that combination of keys. Which meant I couldn't get 3-punch, which means I couldn't get supers. So I had to, like, relocate it and do a bunch of other stupid shit. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna take a pee. I gotta come up with a little, like, piss break fucking thing, because I don't think, like, the little thing that I've got going at the moment's, like, entirely suitable. Like, where are we? Yeah. Alright. Power streamed the shit out of that one. Okie dokie, let's craft the flawless afterlife. Wonder if we'll see Vulva again. Probably not. Probably not Vulva today. Is H-Doom the hentai one? I don't really wanna... I'm not streaming hentai games. There are people who do that, and I think they've got the...
Scalpel.
Scalpel.
You know, they have the...
Sponge.
Sponge.
They have that domain set. I'm not gonna horn in on their shit.
Terrier.
Terrier.
What the?
7.9k to go. Yeah, like... I mean, I'm making progress just because, like, every time, you know, there are some things I'm just gonna delete after maybe playing for 5 seconds. Because I don't care.
Hand me those electrocardial stimulators, nurse.
The what?
The jumper cables, you fool! Hurry!
The jumper cables, you stupid bitch! You stupid dumb bitch!
I'm still not getting anything, Doctor.
Again! Clear!
Like, I'm not gonna squirm at it, like, I don't care. Like, I have seen some shit. You know. I don't even really give a rat's ass about goddamn nudity. Nudity requires meaningful context to me to be relevant,
We've
you know?
lost him.
Damn.
And yes, I've had this conversation with bored strippers.
For a drink.
Do you want to dance? No, thank you, miss. Are you gay? No. Why don't you want to dance? Why would I pay to be given an erection and then be sent off to deal with it myself? You know, and even then, like, I don't need to come that fucking bad. Like, I can just jerk off. The first thing you want to, you know, any kind of fucking man advice is always be able to take it or leave it. If you're just desperately horny all the time, it's pathetic. This does not look how I remember it. I'm probably just remembering, like, the fucking fancy, you know, intro and shit. Yep.
Your little slice of hell isn't going to start growing until you build a gate, Your Eminence.
Yeah, neither will heaven, boss.
You know. Where are we? There we go. Okay, so, you know, I am a just and fair man of principle. I don't care that that's a LucasArts game from the mid-90s. Normally that's a fucking ringing endorsement, but I just don't want to... I don't... Even the idea, like, I'm sure there's a novelty factor. I'm sure there's a lot of fun to be had with that game. I'd probably go find... There's probably someone streaming that right now. You know, I'd go... I'm just... I'm gonna say, I wonder where this is going. What's the Asimovian disaster? Yeah, like, very, very little actually makes me squirm. Like, usually it's just, you know, it's like if you see footage of someone's, you know, there was that great one of, like, that guy jumping down from the second turnbuckle and, like, both of his knees bent back at the same time. Like, it's generally, there's gotta be shit like that. Because, you know, I'm one of those people that's compelled to look at things that upset and distress him. I mean, I've mostly done as much of that as I care to. You know, I've seen the parasites, I've seen the fucking various goddamn things that can fucking happen. It's just, you know, you've seen enough of it, it's just like, alright, you know, where's any of this going? His son, Calvin. Big stretch. Alright. Is this a Quake mod, or do I not know what's going on here? Play. No. It's wild I keep, like, just... Is this the same one I played, though? Like, this does look a little familiar. Like, that's the thing, is, like, I don't... You know, I don't really know enough about Quake to know, is this vanilla Quake? Is this Quake with, like, some spice? Because I recognize that thing. I recognize all of this, really. I mean, you know, I'm not a Quake guy. So, I'm unable to appreciate the fucking bits and bobs that, you know, separate these things. Like, someone on here's got to know. Brain dead custard, yeah. Pus is pretty gross. It's just... I mean, even these days, that probably wouldn't get me that much, because it's just, you know, again, it's... I remember that, because the first time I watched that was, like, 1998 or 99, give or take. And violence was fine, but I just was not prepared for, like, just pus. Ah. But again, you know, you just inure yourself to this shit. It's just, you know... I mean, I'm not gonna bother fucking around, because I've already played a Quake, you know. I'm just... Aftershock for Quake. Alright, so it's gotta be some kind of fucking... You know... Oh, advanced new levels for Quake. Okay, so it's a Quake add-on pack. Alright. You know, no point getting rid of that. The Age of Dragon! Okay, this might be some kind of... Oh, look at that! It's a fucking shooter. Gotta stretch out the shoulders. Really expand. And then collapse the chest in so you can really exhale all the air. Alright. Dry! Alright, I feel like this feels like a control pad game. Is this something a Korean made at home? Yeah, like the whole Unreal Tournament wave was like just at the kind of the point where I was, like I remember that being a big thing. I remember Quake being a big thing and all that, but it was just like I didn't have a fucking all right. All right, look at ow. Okay, it's running a little quick, but like, all right, let's see if we can't diddle this a little bit. Get it to a sensible fucking speed. I gotta just set my phone to just stay on for the duration of this, but I always worry I'll forget, and then at some point just leave my phone screen on all day. Performance options. All right, we'll not tinker too much. So I don't think it needs it. Maybe go down to about 80. See what that does. Still too quick. All right, so let's jump it down to like fucking 50. That's still way too quick. All right, so we'll go back up to we'll go. I'm going into 386 territory. Too slow. All right, see, we're zeroing in. That's what we want. Okay, we'll go up to some like spicy 486 territory. That still feels a bit too slow. Early Pentium. Bit too fast. All right, Pentium, but like slow. Still feels a bit too fast. All right. See that now I feel like we're getting somewhere. Okay. Pew 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 pew. All right. I think I'm going too fast when nothing's going on, and a bit too slow when there's stuff on the screen. But like, look, this is that there's a fun theme. Like it's a dragon. That's pretty sweet. I mean, you can't argue with dragons. Like physically, I don't think it's a good idea. Music going. Fucking that cunt shot me as he was dying. Oh, okay, I do have like fucking bomb or whatever. Alright, how am I? Oh, I've got some other doohickey. I think I've got like different weapons and shit. That's sweet. Alright. There's that. Alright. I mean, that's fun. It's like, it's probably a little, based or I feel like that's probably for people who are good at those. I feel like there's a little bit. That's amazing. Look at that. It is Korean. I knew it. Yeah, solid though. See, this is the kind of fun. It's one of the like more fun things I enjoy about stuff like this is you get to like meet a little piece of creativity that somebody. Oh God, Scholastic. All right. No, don't open the fucking images folder. Gabriel, you big fucking dummy. View images. Alright, there we go. The most trusted name in learning. There's a train to catch. Oh, fuck me. Is it like a game made out of the goddamn train question? There's a Cronenberg quality to like a bomb turning people into fuzz bodies. Yeah, it did feel like Aerofighters. Okay, Agent USA. I'm not dealing with fuzz bodies. Boop 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 beep. Aggravation. All right. Well, let's. I mean, is that the game? That doesn't feel like the game. Das Geheimnis der Quadrat. I mean, maybe that's what this is. Okay. See what the fucking Germans are up to. Alright, no, it is that. Little John Johnson. A game of 3D strategy in a cube. No. No. God damn it, this is another agent fucking... like I do feel like it should be there. I don't know why it's not fucking there. Agent course it doesn't. Alright, we'll search the fucking German bits. Geheimnis. Alright. It's probably under German for agent or something. I'll have to chase that one up and destroy it manually later. Aggravation. Anus. You know what? You I can get rid of. Okay, is it aggravation with 1G or aggravation with 2Gs? I can't believe that there are actually... That just bothers me. Aggression. I do... That is something I miss, is like when games were referred to as being written. Alright, I'll see what it is. I'm kind of, because it looks Tetris, but then like looks like there's a lot of it. Yeah, the movie Cube is cool. That was a fucking classic. Just wake up in the cube one day. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's just in the way. Yeah, suck dicks. Am I allowed to touch that? Am I allowed to... Can I get rid of that? I can't remember. I just want to see if I can smother him with some shit. Alright, whatever. It reminds me kind of a board game called Blokus, but like Blokus is fun. Goodbye aggression with 2Gs. Oh, Lord. I mean, that's just Tetris. Yeah. Like, I'll keep Tetris. I'm not going to keep every fucking version of, you know, fucking homemade goddamn Tetris. Lordy. Nope. Is that just Chinese checkers? Is that what that is? Okay. Thunderstrike. Oh, that's usually fun. Alright, 1995. It's called Thunderstrike. There's air assaults involved. Something good. Come on. Something good. I think I started the platform. I didn't finish it. Not for any major reason. I think I just sort of had something else to do and didn't want to commit the time. And look. Permission denied. Okay. Illegal command. That's install, that's set up. Usually DOS4GW is something separate. Don't do that. Alright. Let's fucking install it to whatever fanciful... I tried. I'm going to have to look up, like, precisely where this thing thinks it's being installed. Alright, now what'll work? Boot? Okay, not that. Come on, you bastard. I do feel like if they've got control things for most of these, I feel like this should be maybe a little sorted. You know, like, I feel like there's a way to get that. I did run the setup program. No. Alright. That's D's. Suck my balls. Suck my balls. Suck my balls. Motherfucker. Alright, that just goes back up there. There is sort of a playlist. It might get organized later. It's in the live section. So there's a live section of the fucking YouTube site. That's where all these go. So they are being recorded for, you know, watching later. Oh, bitch hole. I did install it. Alright, what was that thing telling me to set up? Oh, fuck off. Alright. God damn it. See, now that does look like kind of... it's the one game I want to play in the world. I won't delete it, though. I feel like I can fiddle with that. Aim point. Okay? I feel like that does need to be fixed. Because the game knows what it requires to run. So it should... I understand why there'll be times when you might need to fiddle around in there, but, like, there should be, like, recommended beside the thing. You see what I mean? You know, I just... Alright, I don't want to install it. That worked. Why was I listening to a sitcom from 1994? Yeah, I might do some other little ones. I don't know, hither and thither. Like, I'm playing some kind of wrestling game. I like how those two guys look like they were running too quickly, but then it just looked like they were in a hurry to, like, get to where they were supposed to be. Alright. Okay, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting... This is getting deeper than I was expecting it to. I would like to skip it though, because I don't care. Isn't this Final Fantasy VII? Like, is that what I'm seeing here? I think like I've just walked into Final Fantasy VII. The original idea for this was, like, Demon Eye just on that point, was... I was going to have, like, this whole fucking system. There's going to be voting and stuff. I'm glad I didn't do that. It would eat too much fucking time. Like, this needs to go a little quicker. This needs to be, like, I can't make every fucking episode of this a goddamn event. I can make every deletion a fucking event. And also, at no point should I trust you months to fucking decide what games to keep. That's just fucking stupid. One of you fucking future weebs probably speaks Korean. Aren't you all into K-pop or some shit? What's going on? Is Korean hentai censored? I feel like that's a market they could break into if they were like, you know, they really wanted to fuck with the Japanese. Just fucking horn them right out of the hentai market. No more pixelation here, bucko. Oh, no, I mean, like, the voting thing was my idea. I was like, alright, I'll get, like, you know, it'll foster engagement, make you feel like you have some sense of control over the world. Make it easier to, you know, extract money out of you. I think just in general, even if I was able to understand this, this would be incredibly boring. This is a long fucking time to have just, like, you know, no visual change. Like, if it was at least gotten to this lady now, I don't know, you know, like, you generally want to fade in, fade out, have some other things going on visually, so I'm just not looking at, like, this. I don't even know what the fucking game is. I didn't know there were so many Korean games in here, you know, that's whoop, yep, there we go. Oh, fucking Christ help you if it's a goddamn sim thing after all of this. Yeah, I'd say that's a fun game and I want to keep it, and you'd go and vote delete. Because it's like, just simpleton contrarianism is the most the internet can manage. Oh, fuck me, I think it is. Bah! Is this like a jagged alliance? Look, just auto. There we go. It is. It's a fucking... It's... God almighty. I almost learnt Korean for that. Alright, look. You know, I have maybe some faint fucking... I brush up against the spectrum as part of the comorbidity with, like, you know, your standard ADHD. I am not deep enough on it remotely to enjoy fucking Jagged Alliance shit. That is for high-grade lunatics. Air attack. Shit. I kinda... Is that a forest? It is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That was games. I think what's happening here is that I'm thinking that this is images and it's not. It's the fucking video. That's wild. Alright, I'm deleting air attack. That's what I'm fucking doing. Beep, 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 beep. Delete. Without the clumsy hassle of listening to you bastards. Oh, goody. Alright, well, we're going to leave it at that for today, with me sitting through all of that Korean just for Jagged Alliance. Yeah, they made a new Jagged Alliance. Oh, Lord. Oh, it's Dick Cheney. This is, look at this. Build your own airline. It's not... Mother of God, it's a fucking sim of building your own airline. That is fucking insane. It's not even a flight sim. So allow me to live the dream of properly running Qantas. You gotta hire a cargo job, dudes. You gotta get a loan from the bank. Why are these games? Fucking weird goddamn mutants. Alright. Well, we got out of the adventure hole, and then we got into the aerospace hole, and I think we're still there. I wonder what B's gonna hold. So what are we at? We're at about AE. I mean, honestly, I think we're making good progress. I'm kind of worried what letter's gonna suck the most. You know, what letters... Maybe the T or the S's? I always remember them being fairly fucking hectic. I mean, like, it's, you know... Airline, it's just one of those things where there's just an upper limit to how much you can extract profit out of a system before you start running it poorly. But then when, you know, you're like a pillar of how modern society functions, you can get away with that for ages because you just get donations from the government. Because, you know, private industry can only run things more efficiently. Alright. Oh, lordy. So, Terry Funk's dead, Bray Wyatt's dead. I'm still alive, so that's nice. You know, one's a tragedy, one's, you know, a bummer, but had a good innings. Just remember that there's no meaning behind any of it, so just live your life as you're going to, and I will see you tools on Monday. Yay, it's my days off.